What's good? Welcome back to another episode of BTS Upcycling, where I'm making stuff and showing you what I'm making, and it's stuff, clothes. So these intros always mess me up. I never know how to begin. I never know what to say. Everything I do say, I repeat myself. This last week I've made a denim tote bag completely out of thrifted Levi's. Definitely the biggest tote that I've made so far, featuring two exterior pockets, one on the front, quite shallow for things like wallet, phone, keys. The other pocket on the side for a water bottle, umbrella, Levi's branding tag on the corner, so you think it's Levi's until you ask. Completely lined with a darker blue denim featuring an interior zip pocket. I made this as a work bag for my partner, who absolutely loves denim. A little bit more plain in design so she can take it to work. Nothing too crazy going on. That's just something that I've been working on the last week. Spent some time updating my website, making it a bit more streamlined for visitors who want to view or buy my works. Also added a currency selection option so you can view the cost of my items in your country's currency. Most of my viewers are not Australian. This allows for a little bit more transparency. You know exactly the cost that you're up for. This week I've got a few different things to work on. Pile of shirts that I need to crop. Probably won't get around to that today. A pair of jeans that I want to expand the width on. I also want to see if I can layer on this tapestry fabric, giving it a unique design, unique texture. Got another tote bag design that I'm working on as well. This one's new and different. I haven't done something like this before. Definitely want to get this finished today. This is a pair of new denim, straight leg with a slight taper. Pretty much just want it to be straight all the way through. I'm going to use this pair of Thug Club chain stitch denim to try and match the width. Quite a bit of material I'm going to need if I want them to be as wide as these. There's sort of two different ways you can expand the width. You can add extra material on the outside of the leg, or you can do it from the inside. Sometimes it can look nice going on the outside of the leg, but I'm gonna go the inner. If you want it to look consistent and natural by design, I would suggest getting, a pretty similar shade. If you're doing this as well, best way to start is on the inside of the pants you're sacrificing. Want to expand it by at least 3 inches, taking into account seam allowance. We'll actually measure out 4 inches. The crotch as well, I think it was like 1.5 inches, so we'll go with 2.5 inches. Do the same on the back. There it is, some width expanding material. And now I have more material that I can cut up and use for something else. Now we got the pair of jeans that we're altering. We need to get the stitch ripped. Once that's separated, then we can get that additional bit of material and sew that on the inside. Run into a problem. The jeans that I sacrificed are about 3 inches too short. So I'm gonna get these jeans again, and I'm gonna cut out some extra material to make up some additional length. There's the extra length added, and now I can finally stitch them together. Really been thinking about how little time I have lately, just how little time there is in general when you're juggling like a full-time job, and then you have a handful of different hobbies, social life, general life. I've just been struggling to find extra time to create more. My time, I feel like, is best used when I'm like making something, learning something. Where I work, there's sort of a sign in, sign out system. It sort of tracks the time that you're online, and it tracks the time that you're offline as well. I have 15.5 hours in between each shift where I can do my stuff. It sounds like a lot of time, but it's a stitch up. 6 or 7 of those hours I have to sleep. That's almost half of my time already. So that gives me like 7 to 8 hours of my time where I get to do what I want. I want that 7 to 8 hours to be productive, to be creative. It's not as transparent as that though, because you have so much other stuff to do. I'd really like to make more YouTube videos or be more consistent with posting. Once a week would be sick. I just don't have that flexibility right now. Bro, I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know if that made sense, but I am finished pinning this together. Call me the width expander. I haven't ironed them just yet, so the fabric isn't as crisp as it can be. It looks all right. It looks like just an additional seam. For now, that's just what they look like before I get to the main design. There's the original reference for the width. Definitely needs to be ironed out, but you get the idea. I think I might try these on before I do anything else to them. Look, I feel like they fit exactly how I wanted them to fit. I could definitely fix the length, but the width is definitely an improvement. Probably wouldn't wear them with the Sambas. The pants kind of eat the whole shoe completely. I know some people are into that. That is that, making some baggy jeans. Next up is layering the tapestry. That'll take a fair amount of time. So I won't get to that today. There will definitely be an update in the next video. For now, I really want to get to that bag and finish that up today because it is close, it's almost done. This is made from a graphic tee and an old pair of jeans. Shout out to 3AM, an Australian-based luxury streetwear brand. And I think this was from their first or second collection. The shirt was way too big for me. I think I got it an XL or something. I've just been holding on to it because it's a sick print. So that's the front, it's completely covering the back as well. And I've also made the lining out of an old pair of Subi chinos. Took the back pockets of these pants and used them for either side. It's a great color scheme because it all sort of matches besides the contrast tag. And I really need to make some new tags because I'm sort of over this design. Never used a Dremel in any of my designs so far. A lot of it's been cut and sew patchwork. This is nothing fancy. I bought this from Amazon, I think $70 or $80. It comes with the whole set. That's what I'm gonna get into now. Starting to feel like I'm back in COVID again. Run into a problem. God, this shit is messy. Not even halfway through, and this thing needs to be charged. It even says charge before use, and I didn't do that. I just unpacked it and tried to use it right away. I might have to come back tomorrow. That's okay. Like I said, I've got a few other things I need to get done. Look at this mess it makes.
You are not.
It's now the next day, and the Dremel should be sufficiently charged to hit this bag, finish it off. All right, finally finished that. I'm pretty sure it already went flat. It's fluff all over my face and hands. Last night I made the straps just using the same denim material. I think I'll need to do the same thing to the straps just so it's consistent. I have some of the t-shirt left over, so I guess I'll just start with the glue. Unrelated, but the last two videos I've made, I've had to split the project over 2 days. I'm one of those people that wants to get everything done in the one day. Sometimes it's just not possible. Sort of have to respect that time, the time that you do have. I really wanted to finish this bag yesterday, but without proper organization, I couldn't finish it. I did end up having a productive night. Sometimes things just take a little longer than expected. I'm also working on designs that take less time. The cut and sew projects, they do take quite a fair amount of time, sometimes 3 days at a time, depending on how difficult and complex the design is. By trying new things, learning new designs, and just like practicing with ideas, my goal is to find something that I enjoy making and it takes less time. I don't necessarily like spending more than a day or two just on one thing. I feel like I get sick of looking at it, start to like second guess things. I start to pick it apart and think like, oh, I could have done that better. I could have done this differently. The piece might be fantastic, but I've spent so long looking at it, I've already pulled it apart 10 times in my head. Lined up, that's where the stitches will be. distressed straps. Matches the design completely. Once they're on, they will look like one seamless design. They actually look sick. Some areas are a little bit more distressed than the bag. A little reckless with that, but that's okay. I'm feeling really good about this. I'm gonna go ahead and get these together and show you guys the finale. Enjoy the next 20 seconds of me sewing. Finally finished the bag. It only took 2 days. The exposure keeps whacking out. Dude, I'm so happy with this. Feel like this is the best thing I've ever made. I've done the distressing around the print as much as I could. There is a small graphic on the back. This was the back of the shirt. Best part about this sort of design is that it just doesn't take that long to make. This will be online as well as the waistband bag I did in the last video. I'll throw that online as well. Definitely gonna play around with these designs a little more, see what else I can do. I also finished this one last night when I stopped filming. Pretty much added longer straps. I know I didn't show you what they looked like with shorter straps, but that's it finished. Very spacious. You could fit a small dog or child. Thanks for hanging out with me again. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys soon.